All right. Word of Truth, JD Naja. Fallen Angels with JD Naja. Ah, Fallen Angels. Wicked. So we were talking about where we're at, where we are at. We're in the last days. We're in this this dark matrix of a place, but we know that the light of the Lord is going to redeem us from this if we believe in Him. And what I'm about to say is a warning / correction about everything I've said about the fallen angels. There's things that need to come out here, and the Lord brought me here right now, today, for this reason, is to go through this one more time in a way that we can understand not so much what's going on out there, but what's going on in here, what's going on in your heart. Because I know myself, I don't know if their witchcraft has worked or what, but I don't have that same feeling for this place or the people in it. I'm doing everything I can to detach from caring about anything here. I mean, I have a hard time even calling my son and saying, "Hey son, how you doing?" It's like I see some perilous days coming, and I'm preparing myself for that or something. I don't know. Either that or the witchcraft has worked, and I'm just freaked out on people, freaked out on the world. The world is freaky. If your eyes are open, it's getting beyond weird. It's super duper weird. But if you're asleep, it's nice. You're just like walking through life. It's all good. Hey, gonna get married next month. I'm having a baby. I'm just like in the days of Noah, right? People are just going about their business, and it's like, what can you say? The gulf between what we see as believers, as ones that are given this eye salve to see what's going on, it's hard to reconcile. And you don't really have a whole lot of people to talk about it to, so that's why I just talk to the phone every day, because there's probably going to be a time where people are going to be listening to this next year, or if we make it that far, and they'll be like, whoa, he was calling it all the way back then. I can hear it. I can hear that resonance of truth. He was just a few steps ahead of us. And that's what the angels are. We're a few steps ahead in the story. We see it differently. So we're going through the false prophets. It says their judgment is coming swiftly. It's not lingering no more. All this time that they thought, oh, we're getting away with it, we can believe this, we can drag people into the pit with our bullshit words. I think the reason the Lord brought GMS and some of these Hebrew Israelites out right now is for us to see how far along this dispensation we are, and how close we are actually to the end. Because these tares are popping up like weeds in a garden. They're just, whoa, where the hell did these guys come from? Claiming to be this and claiming to be that, and spitting out a bunch of calm heresies. Calm, collected blasphemies. It's like, really, dudes? Wow. So we're in 2 Peter, and Peter was talking about that. Many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. So if the truth, the things that are true, people are going to go, that guy's crazy. That's not true. And we're going to have people like GMS and Creflo Dollar and all these people going, he says he's a fallen angel. It's true. What can I say, man? Do I look like I'm going to hurt you? I'm not here to hurt anybody. Someone's going to get hurt, but it's not going to be because I want it. It's because the Lord wants it. And if it's by my hand, that's because the Lord wanted it. He's not going to make me do anything that's not in His will. So it talks about that a little bit, and I'll go into it. It says in verse 4, we'll just go straight into it because I could just go on and on about leading into this. So we'll just go straight to it. For if God spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell. Been cast down to hell. And delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment, and spared not the old world, but saved Noah the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, beginning in the flood upon the world of the ungodly, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, and condemned them. The reason I'm just reading this is because there was semicolons. It's one sentence. Peter tends to do that. But let's go back, because it just talks about what that means for these angels to be cast down and people to sin, and how the story plays out. He basically just talks about uncleanness, which government's the government of demonic oppression, and which government is the government of peace and harmony and love and righteousness. So let's just go back to the fallen angels, and I'll explain to you what it means. For if God spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell. So the angels that sinned, they were the ones that were here, that were supposed to be watching over the humans, the creation. And what they did is they went onto these women of men and created a situation where they were part human and they were part angelic. They were mighty men. They were Nephilim. They were angels that were like men, because there's no way that an angel can have sex with a woman. They were Nephilim. They were half God, half men. They were sons of God. And Adam and these humans, these Gentiles, these human beings, they were human beings. They were actual beasts of the field. They were just... And so what the Lord wanted to do was have these angels watch them, direct them, make them think about their God. And good old Satan did his job and made them think about God all right. We should have been thinking about God this whole time, being that we're in a fallen state. We should be very, very aware of our Maker, because He's the only one that can fix this friggin' nonsense. So it says, but cast them down to hell. He sent us down instead of bringing us up and going, that's all right, just leave them alone. Now, the sons of God, that fallen angels, have to get busy and do what's right by the Lord or wrong. So he sent these fallen angels, me being one of them, to redeem ourselves and redeem mankind. It says, cast them down to hell. We're in hell. This is the place of judgment. This place sucks. This place is a 3D fucking judgment junkyard. He sent us down here. It's like, oh's no's. Oh's no's. And we have to keep coming back and keep working and keep trying. And the Lord's like, has us here watching and witnessing. And then it reads, and cast them down to hell and delivered them into chains of darkness. So the ability of these fallen angels to transcend the 3D junkyard, there probably was a mechanism where, as a Nephilim, you were both spirit and material. And there was probably quite a bit of, believe it or not, appearing and disappearing. These angels could come down, become a body, become a human of some sort that is just human enough to have sex with these women, and then we're able to go back into the spirit realm and say, hey, report back to God and say, hey, this is what's going on. But they didn't do what they were supposed to do, and that's where they sinned. And so the Lord said, you want to hang out with those beasts? He cast them into chains of darkness. What are the chains of darkness? Your body is the chains of darkness. It's awful to be in, if you realize you're a spiritual being and you're trapped in this body, that is hell. He cast them down to Tartarus. Tartarus means 3D junkyard. He cast them down to the 3D junkyard. He sent them into the junkyard. So what do I do here now? I try and convince people that I've been sent from the realm of the heavenlies. I don't know what to call it. The spirit world, wherever it was that I belong. I've been sent here to have a heavy load, a burden, the burden of the prophet. What makes you a prophet? You're actually a son of God. You're in these chains of darkness. You're not designed to be here. But the Lord sent you here, sent me here. I don't know if he sent you here, sent me here to get friggin' punished. But at the same time, I have to relay to you people that even in punishment, even in punishment, even in this painful situation, he was right. The Lord is right. He's true. He's faithful. He's perfect. He said, go down there and get to work. You fucked up. And so every reincarnation, every time, what do you think? Who do you think Jesus Christ was? It's a fallen angel. Why do you think he had to go from Adam to Isaac to Solomon to whoever else he was? Because he has to. Why do you think he had to die? Because he's the first fruit. He's the one. He's the leader of the pack. He's my brother. So when you talk of, hold on. When you talk of Jesus Christ being your brother, I don't know if, I guess it can be that, but what a fallen angel is trying to get you to understand is that as an Israelite and as a fallen angel, as a one who's sent, I understand my brother and I understand my father, because as an Israelite, you're part of the family. And that's why he told me, he's like, you're one of mine. You're of Benjamin, of Judah, of the southern kingdom. Huh? Yeah. So, being that, now that it's sinking in over 22 years or however long it's been, it's like, okay, I get it. Gonna have to take a beating here. For you. For you. For people like you. You wonder why a prophet is angry and like Jonah and these are the stories. Elijah, Jeremiah. We don't get along with you. We don't get along with these people. And deliver them into chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment. You think I'm not going to have to face the Lord? I still have to reconcile my time as Adonijah. Do you think that's going to be fun? And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm in this hell. Pain. This is my judgment for turning on my brother Solomon. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? So, I don't know how to to get people to go, fuck, that dude was, fuck, he was probably James. He's the brother of Yahushua, of Jesus Christ. He's Adonijah, J.D. Nijah. What's it say? By reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. He's a devil. Yeah. You're right. Not that kind of devil. And spare not the old world, but save Noah, the eighth person, blah, blah, blah. So, do I expect it to be easy here? In fact, help me. The pain of seeing and knowing is heavy. Heavy. But anyhow, I'm not gonna trip. Nigga, don't trip. I'm just gonna do my best to let people know that you have a redeemer, you have a deliverer, you have a counselor and a lawyer, an intercessor to get you back to the Father safely. And that's the dude. That's my brother Jesus Christ. He really put himself out. Took a beating by this world. Where'd you get the wounds? In the house of my friends. He wants to be your friend. He wants to sit with you and sup, and you to know him, and to eat the bread that he's giving to you, and to drink of his blood, the sacrifice that that all of the fallen angels, these ones that were put in chains of darkness, that are here to either twist your nipple so hard that you go, ow, and you run back to the Lord that way, or rub the back of your head and caress your arm in a way that says, come on, we're going home. And so I have dark brothers out here that are doing wicked stuff, like GMS, man. They're really good at what they do, and they have a lot of help here, so it's easy for them to do what they're doing. I don't have any help here. There's nothing peaceful for a fallen angel who's trying to work for the right hand. It's harsh. But anyway, that's the message for today. Part of knowing who Jesus is knowing who his people are, and what the heavenly realm is like. What is it really like? What is the spiritual world really like? And that's one of the few things that I have. That's one of the few things the Lord gave me. He gave me the knowledge of myself and how I fit into the family, and it's like probably one of the hardest things to say, and that was one of the hardest things that Yahushua or Jesus Christ did, was try and convince people of who he was. And so I'm just starting now to say it because I'm just realizing it, and he's like, just tell him. Just tell him. It's time. And so if I'm telling you these things, that means we're near the end, and that it's time to really start bearing down, because I'll tell you, the pressure out here is, at least for me, is crazy. It's like, holy cow. But anyhow, JD Nigel, let's praise the Lord in all his glory. Praise this beautiful story that he's written to mankind, this Bible. To reconcile us back to the Father, to understand what the spirit world is like, and to get me out of these chains of darkness, damn it. Get me out of here. Word of Truth, JD Naija. Hope you enjoyed the message. Subscribe. Get me up over 50 subscribers. Woo! He's a real YouTube specialist, right? All right, well, I'm going to go mow some lawns, make some trinkets, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Shalom and peace and grace to you.